Hey guys, welcome back. Looks like my creeper friend and I have met again. But this time, I have something special for him. Oh, this is awesome. This is for blowing up my doorway the last time. Oh! That's right, I put in a lava trap right in front of my door. This thing is awesome. Oh man. Alright, let me go ahead and skip today and I'll show you this thing. Make sure I turn this off so I don't fall into it. Show you how this thing works. Oh, there's a creeper up there. Let's do a quick creeper check and make sure I don't get blowed up while showing you guys this. Okay, this seems clear. I just need to take care of that one guy hanging out up there. Alright. I think we should be okay. Okay, so this right here is covering up the trap. I just remove some of the dirt so we can see a little bit better. Okay, let me show you from where that switch goes. Maybe a little bit of light down here. Okay, so that switch, when it's in the on position, turns this indicator light on so we can see when it's on or off. Because I've almost fell into this thing while I was putting it together. So this sends a redstone light down here. I have the little delay here. If this, oh jeez, if this is in the quickest position right there, when you flip the switch, you can't see this thing activate. It's just so quick. So I put in a little bit of delay so I can flip the switch, turn, and see it open. It's obviously not necessary, but I like watching it because it's just cool. Okay, so that line runs down along there. Comes down here into these repeaters. This powers these sticky pistons here, which push up the dirt. When this is turned off, that piston comes down, and then both the dirt blocks and these sticky pistons are pulled by these two sets of sticky pistons here to hide it, and that just opens up the drop into the lava. Let's see if I can. Yeah, and that's how it looks like when it's turned off. Oh, I think I just screwed this all up now. Okay. There we go. Should be in working operation again. Yeah, this took me a little bit to figure out, get the timing right, so it was pulling the pistons when it was collapsed. Let's see, so this comes along here. When it's unpowered, these collapse. There's a little bit of a delay here. This redstone connects to the other side of this block, which inverts it so it turns the power off, which comes over to this one, turns the power on, and this comes over here and activates these two sets of sticky pistons. You only need to power the top set, and that'll power both of these that I found out, so you don't need to wire each and every one. I think it's just the top of two of them. If you guys, want, like a better explanation, a tutorial or something, let me know. I could put one together. I know it's kind of hard to see how this is working, but it's, I think it's fairly easy to understand. It's just the timing that's kind of the pain in the butt to do. So yeah, let me know if you guys want something better to explain this, and I'll be happy to do that for you. Just need to make sure you don't kill these redstone lines when this is being covered up. Something like that. Okay. Hey, also guys, I know the last couple of videos I posted are pretty dark. I had a complaint about it, and I didn't really notice it until after I uploaded and watched it back on YouTube, because the videos on my machine look alright. They look the same quality as they did before. The only difference is I switched to Sony Vegas for video editing and compression and all that stuff, and I was using a different codec. I was using the H.264, which is supposed to be better than the Windows Media Video or WMV or WMA. I don't remember what it is, but that's what I was using before with the Windows Movie Maker, and the quality was kind of bad because you can't really adjust the settings to have, like, the better bitrate, higher quality picture. The compression was just kind of bad, I think, a little pixelated. But I did find a way with the Sony Vegas to encode in the same format as I was before, but I can increase the bitrate and make the picture look a lot better. And I uploaded a test video, and the video isn't quite as dark anymore, but it does look better than they used to. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go that route from now on. Yeah, this staircase here, I decided to get rid of what I had going on here, dropping down into the water column. I mean, that was only temporary to begin with, and I was using that for a little bit longer than I wanted to. So then I decided to dig a staircase up through the wall and ended up coming up through the creeper eye. I don't think I'm going to keep this here. I was just kind of seeing where this was going to end up, and it didn't end up in where I want. I think I might do something like a staircase along this wall straight down that'll enter into the storeroom. Or I might do one of those cool piston elevator things. Don't know yet. I saw a better piston elevator than what I was using before when I showed in the last video. The one that I showed before was really complicated. The timing had to be perfect, and it was just a pain in the butt overall to do. But I saw one that was a lot simpler that I might implement, and we'll see about doing that in the future. So I wasn't really happy at all with the way that I was elevating the mobs up. It looked ugly. Made this room feel like there's too many things going on. I even tried extending the column up into the ceiling and then killing the mobs up there, but it was just with the glass and the 2x2 water column, there was just too much stuff in this room. So what I did is I dug down 2 blocks underneath this floor, and I have a path leading underneath it, and it goes into this wall over here. So the mobs climb up the elevator, they go along this path here, they float up, go through the stream, and get killed right here. And it had the same kind of a collection point that I have for the dual spawner trap. So this is a lot nicer than it was before, and I really like the viewing booth. This seems to kill all the mobs pretty good. The only thing is spiders. I need to find a different way to kill them. That's kind of loud. Let me back up. So yeah, I need to find a different way to kill the spiders. I know there's a way you can separate them and then do like a drowning trap, which I'll probably do at a later time. I do want the string so I can create wool blocks easier. But for now, I mean, this is working good, and every once in a while when spiders die, they do drop string, so it's not a complete loss of all the items, but I would say it's probably like a 90% or 95% loss on the spider items, which kind of sucks. So yeah, that's how I've done this mob system. I did go down into the spawning grounds, and I adjusted the water flows a little bit. Let me take you down there and show you that. I need to set this to peaceful, and I don't really have a good way to get down there at this point in time, so I'm just gonna break this glass, jump down, This will be dark for a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is how it's coming underneath the floor here. You see the floor right above me. So the water column is exactly the same. I have a flow of water coming through here. It drops down. It goes over a space. There's a sign right above it. And then it goes upstairs. And then another water flow right above those stairs. So the reason for this is, let me just show you. So I'm not moving now, and I just get pushed along up the stairs, continue going right into this water stream right here, and up and into the killing machine. Now I had to change this a little bit. Before I just had the water running directly along the pathway here, but there was a problem with spiders. They would get to this point right here, like you see where that sign is right there. They would come to this point and just kind of stop, and they wouldn't move until another tall mob came through and then pushed them, and then they would go up into the killing area. So what I had to do is adjust this a little bit. The water runs along the floor until this point. It stops at this sign. I put signs above it, and then I put more water to flow, because the spiders, when they come through this area, like to climb the walls. They don't just like hanging down into the floor and then getting pushed along by the water. Okay, so let me take you down into the spawning grounds, and I'll show you how that's set up. I guess I left a crafting table down here, and I left a block out. Let's take this back. Let's get this properly lit up so we can see what's going on. Okay, so I haven't touched everywhere yet. This took me a little bit of figuring out. I mean, I know a lot of people already know how to do this, but I've never done it before, and I'm still not quite sure how I'm doing it or what the best way is. So it's kind of the same method down here. The mobs fall down to these trenches, and then they come along here, they drop down, they get pushed up the stairs, and then they continue on. So I'm not even touching the keyboard at all. Turn the camera a little bit. And they just get pushed directly into the stairs without having to move at all, which is really nice. There's some areas that I need to work out how to do it the best way. No, I can't jump up there. Like for these points where they converge, I wasn't really sure how to do it without having the water backflow and causing all sorts of a mess. So for now, there's a couple of dead spots, and I only did, I think, this half. I haven't touched the other half over there. And I still need to figure out how to do, like, where these streams meet into, like, these main ones. They go all the way down. Okay, let's just close that back up. Switch this back to hard. I'll show you how long it takes for these mobs to come up here. It also depends if it's night or daytime. Let me go see if it's nighttime. If it is, mobs are going to be spawning outside because they don't have anything lit up out there, which will really slow this down. Yeah, it's nighttime. So it looks like there's quite a few down there. Now it just depends on how fast they get into the water system and then collect up the elevator. But generally, it doesn't take them too long. Oh, it looks like I got some slimes down in the branch mine. I'll have to check those out in a minute. So it seems like about the point where you switch it from peaceful to hard, about 30 to 45 seconds before the mobs start coming up. But once they do start coming up, it's pretty much a non-stop stream. There's still some areas that I need to light up, caves around here, which will increase this by a lot. Let me back up because it's kind of noisy. But yeah, I think efficiency wise, once I get the stairs all put into the bottom there, into the spawning grounds, the mobs will come up the streams a lot faster, they'll die a lot faster, which means they'll respawn a lot faster. So overall, this whole thing will be sped up a lot. I did find a pretty big cave not too far from here, and I lit it up. I did that off camera because, you know, the whole purpose of me doing that was just to light it up. But I did find a skeleton spawner in there, and I found some loot. One of the chests had 3 empty buckets in it, which is quite a lot. I mean, I'm getting so many buckets. Looks like I found a area down here where mobs are spawning before, and I closed that up. But now I'm getting squid spawning down in here. And which brings up another point. Remember, I don't think it was last episode, maybe the episode before that. I was trying to do like a squid farm. I made stairs and I was pushing the squid up, and I was gonna make like an aquarium. Well, you know, I started walking around, I guess the chunks unloaded or something, and the squids despawned. So there's no more squids over there. The ones that I brought up like about 5 of them before that happened. Those are all gone. So all that work is now for nothing. Which sucks because the squids used to be pretty persistent. They wouldn't despawn at all. They would always stay there. And now, I guess the code changed in 1.7 because they're now despawning. So I was down in the branch line, and I saw some slimes in here, and I went down one of these branches, and I saw like 30 slime balls. Yeah, look at that right there. I guess I'm getting large slimes spawning and in the walls or something, and they're just suffocating. I mean, look at all those slime balls. It was like one of these rows was just full of them. It had like 25 or 30. It was just weird. One didn't break down. But yeah, I've been finding a lot of slimes down here. Haven't seen any super huge ones. I did find a large one down here before. And I did take out the staircase because, like I said before, I don't think that's gonna work. Guess there was another slime here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so right now I think I have about 100 slime balls, maybe more, I'll have to double check. But sticky pistons, not a problem. It's very lucky that my branch mine is a perfect spawning grounds for slimes. I think I might eventually turn it into some kind of a slime farm, so I can bring the little guys up to the top without having to come down here and kill them all the time. Let's see how many slime balls we have. Yeah, almost 4 stacks of them right now. And I saw an idea from somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but basically the idea is wherever you want the items to go, you just leave one spot there, and then when you shift click them in, they just go like where the other ones are. So that's kind of a cool idea. I really like that. Okay, so I want to take you outside and show you my sugarcane farm again. I know we've already seen it before, but I've changed it. Basically, the way I had it before was made out of dirt, and I made it out of dirt just because I wanted to test it and see if it was right, see if it would work, how it was going to be set up, get all the redstone wiring figured out. Yeah, I don't really like the dirt building, and I didn't want mob or animals spawning in there, so I changed it out from wood. I changed it out from dirt. I made it into wood. Made it more of like a permanent structure. And I kind of like, you know, the design that I did with the cactus farm, having the 1 block beveled edges. So I continued that over here. Put torches around the outside to give us some light. And I changed the way this farm was. I mean, it looks almost the same, but the inside's all wood now. The lighting's the same. One thing that I did change, instead of having the single pistons along the center point, which would knock these all off, I changed it to 2 sticky pistons all the way down on both sides, and those sticky pistons are pushing wood planks. Now, the reason why I did this was because before, with the single pistons, they would push the sugar canes out. The sugar cane would explode, and pieces of it would fly against the walls. And when they fly against the walls, they would fall straight down through the pistons and land on these rows here. Now it still happens, and I get maybe 1 or 2 that land there. But before I was getting like, 5, 6, 7. It was just, kind of stupid. It almost seemed pointless to have this working. So let me show you this now. Push the button and 2 rows of sticky pistons push out wood planks, which keep the reed pretty much in the center and they fall straight down into the water. Still get some to land on the rows, but it's not quite as bad. Let me go ahead and do this again for you. So we can kind of see how this is working now with the sticky pistons. It's not perfect still, I don't think it ever will be perfect, but it's a lot better than it was as far as I'm concerned. So let's do this again. It just seems like most of them land into the water stream now. Okay. The wiring is set up almost the same way. I have the repeaters up 1 more block and then powering the top set of the pistons. Like I showed in my security system in front of my door, you only need to power the top ones and the bottom ones still receive the power as well and they extend. So that's all I have as far as that's concerned. Now that cave I was talking about earlier that I went and lit up, when I was using the F3 key downstairs where the mob spawner was, I saw a whole bunch of mobs through the wall. And apparently they're all under here, is where I found them. So I just started digging down, came into a cave down here. And it wasn't really that big of a cave. But this did end up going down to about the bottom layer. Not quite bedrock level. I was able to find 2 separate veins of diamond, which only had 1 diamond in it. So it's not that... wasn't that impressive. Okay, so this is the wrong way as well. Sorry about this, guys. I just went in here, I lit it up real quickly, harvested all the materials, and I haven't really been back. I don't remember where everything is. Okay, so it must have been down this way. And back at the beginning again. Oh, right. Okay, so I had to dig through here because I saw more mobs through the wall. And then there was like a big open area down here. And I think it was this way. Yeah. So I found yet another skeleton spawner. That's like, I don't even know. I had the dual spawner, I had the one that was in my base, I had the one in the spider cave, this one. So yeah, I'm just finding skeleton spawners everywhere around this area. And yeah, I don't want to show you the rest of the cave. I mean, it's just your standard cave, and I did most of it off camera because I was, like I said, I was just powering through it just so I could light it up and get this mob spawn in my mob spawner a little bit faster. And while I was coming through here, just harvested all the minerals down here. I think I got over a stack of iron. Like I said, the 2 diamonds. I found about 6 or 7 gold. So overall, it wasn't too bad of a find. Let's get back into safety and use the bed. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love it. Now, the only problem with that trap is it doesn't work for spiders, obviously, because spiders are 2 wide and not 1 wide. Now, something else that I've been doing is, since I have this gunpowder, I've been making a little bit of TNT. And I'm kind of using Ethos method of harvesting sand for this. I mean, it's so much better than doing it by hand. Let me make some TNT here and show you guys. We don't really need that much for now. Now they changed the TNT blocks. And you can't just punch them to set them off. You actually have to use redstone or light them on fire, I think. Lava will work. Which kind of sucks, but at the same time it's kind of cool, because before, if you misplaced a piece of TNT, you were pretty much stuck. There was no way to get it back without exploding it. You could dump water on it so it, you know, not blow up everything around it, but I think it's much better this way. Yay, more gunpowder. So I've been harvesting a lot of sand. I've been using a lot of glass. Not sure if I want to actually talk about what I'm using all the glass for just yet. But I'll show you all the sand, what I've been doing over here. So this used to be all sand. Now it's just down to rock. I've been getting a lot of sand, a lot of sandstone. There was a cave under here. Where was it? Somewhere around here. Yeah, I mean this is this is a lot of sand I've got. Yeah, it was right down here. And when I broke through into this cave, there was mushrooms everywhere, brown mushrooms. I think I pulled out something like 200, 250. It was ridiculous how many mushrooms that were down here. But I mean, that's kind of be expected with the way mushrooms spread, and this general area is like around my base, so these chunks are always loaded. So where mushrooms can spread, they will spread. Okay, now let's get to the fun stuff. So what I've been doing is just dig down. Oh, a little bit of hole under me. Dig down, place the TNT right on the top like that. Dig down a little bit more. A little more. And just keep doing this over and over again. And I'll do 3 more. Or 2 more, I'm sorry. Oh no, 3. Try and make this even with the others. Ooh. Oh no, I guess just those. Okay, and then the way you light these off now is either you set them on fire or use redstone. Since redstone, you'd be, you know, pretty much destroying your torches or your redstone dust. Just light them on fire and run. It's kind of cool this way because it's almost like you're lighting the fuse on these. And there you go. Now you have all sorts of sand, sandstone to harvest. You don't have to waste your shovel. I mean, yeah, it's using sand to make sand, but this is a lot more fun than actually just going around with the shovel and digging it all out, let me tell you. And then also what I've been doing when I'm blowing these up is just coming through with my pick and taking out all the sandstone. No point in just leaving it there. Okay, just about got it all. And look at that, that's 4 stacks of sand and almost a stack of sandstone. So I used maybe, I want to say half a stack, maybe a stack worth of sand for that TNT. Now I think it's probably just about a half a stack, if that, even that, to get, you know, 3.5 more stacks. I think it's well worth it. It's a lot of fun. And especially if you have a mob grinder where you have unlimited gunpowder, perfect way to harvest sand if you're using a lot of glass. So I've been really enjoying this method. Plus, you gotta set stuff on fire. What's cooler than that? Oh, and I need a new lighter. Okay guys, I think this has probably been long enough. I've been doing a lot of things around here. You're able to do a lot more things since I'm not, you know, releasing daily videos. I'm sure it's a lot more interesting for me talking about, you know, all the cool things that I've been doing and showing them to you. So, thanks to you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.